Bro wakes up, but hold up. This isn't his bed. He's confused, and there's one big question in his head. Wait, am I dead? Before he can even process his existential crisis, he hears a woman crying, begging some ancestor to have mercy on her and her unborn child. Out of nowhere, Heaven's HR grandpa goes, "Denied. The valley of the medicine god has spoken. The woman's origin is broken, her talent trashed here, and the fetus inside her, ordinary as a discount spirit stone." Bro's sitting there, or well, floating there, thinking, fetus? Who the hell are they roasting right now? Then it clicks. Oh no. He ain't hearing it through walls. He is the fetus. Through some divine ultrasound vision, he sees his mother, pale and trembling, standing before two fossils dressed in thousand-year-old arrogance, Elder Young Zhou and the resident hater himself, Jiang Tian. Jiang Tian crosses his arms, voice dripping with superiority. Her root bones are damaged, her child's foundation broken. Why waste resources on a defective bloodline? Even Yunar's fetus is a celestial body. But Mama Jiang Qixin ain't having it. She fires back, "You ungrateful fossil, the only reason you're standing here alive is because I gave you my true energy when you were dying in battle. That's why my child's roots were damaged." Jiang Tian doesn't flinch. "Then leave the clan, or abandon your child." He clenches his tiny unborn fists. What kind of monster forces a mother to choose like that? The mother clenches her fists. "Then I'll leave. From this day, my life and death and my child's have nothing to do with the Luo clan." Elder Young Zhou and Jiang Tian both look like they just got slapped by destiny itself. Bro's heart swells with pride. That's my mom, Jiang Qixin. Right there, still in the womb, he vows, "Even if I'm weak, I'll grind. We'll earn our dignity together, Mom." Boom. Cue divine notification sound. Ding, the late bloomer system has been bound to host. Bro's like, "Wait, what the? A system?" Then he reads the name again. Late bloomer. "Bro, I haven't even been born yet. How am I already late?" The system hits him with corporate enthusiasm. Full title, System of Late Blooming Greatness. Man's still salty. System out here calling me a late bloomer in beta mode. Came 300 years too early. The screen flashes again, showing a montage of pure suffering. He sees his future. His mother begging for pills to keep him alive. His half-brother flexing god-tier cultivation. Everyone clowning on them like background NPCs. And worst of all, his determination only kicks in after his mother dies. "Nah," he growls. "Not happening, not my story." Bro screams from inside the womb, "Stop showing me this sad anime trailer." Realizing fate's trying to clown him early, he flips the script. "Fine, system. You came early? Then I'll start early." Ding. Beginner mission unlocked. Cultivate voluntarily for the first time and amaze your mother. Reward, fusion with the Archaic Sacred Body. Bro's eyes widen. Archaic Sacred Body, as in legendary muscle stats that make ancient emperors look like gym newbies? The system nods in silence, probably smirking in binary. Without wasting a second, he starts circulating spiritual energy through fetal breathing like he's been training since the Stone Age. Outside, Mama Jiang Qixin gasps, "Wait, is my baby cultivating?" And then, boom, the heavens go full VFX mode. Lightning splits the sky, golden energy floods the valley, and celestial sages appear like, "This fetus kinda built different." Energy surges through Jiang Qixin's body, repairing her damaged foundation. Tears stream down her face. Not from pain, but from pure disbelief. Ding, mission complete. Archaic Sacred Body fusion, successful. The system starts spitting lore like a PowerPoint presentation. Cultivation begins with the three realms: blood transformation, cave heaven, and spirit manifestation. 10 levels each. Reaching spirit manifestation before adulthood, supreme genius. Touching the venerable realm before adulthood, literal destiny tier miracle. He checks his stats. Name, Jiang Wang. Realm, blood transformation, level 4. Body, Archaic Sacred Body, Heaven's Buff Edition. He grins inside the womb. "All right, fate. You tried to nerf me. Too bad. I'm patching myself." Meanwhile, somewhere far from the chaos, our MC's mom rolls up to this massive, fancy mansion. She walks in like, "I'm home," and gets greeted by her eldest brother, we'll call him Elder Brother Jang, and his wife, Jiang Qixin. Elder Bro explains that they tried asking a big sect for help treating the kid, since no one wants to mess with the Luo clan. But before he can finish, his wife, Jiang Qixin, starts breathing fire, accusing the mom of crawling back for help after being kicked out by the Luo clan. MC's mom stays calm, replies with this soft sadness, says she doesn't want anything, just her child's safety. And that's when Elder Brother Jiang slams his foot down, telling his wife to chill out and declaring that the Jiang clan will give his sister and nephew everything they need. Then he turns back, tries to comfort his sister saying, "Don't mind her, she just talks sharp but she's got a good heart." The mom smiles and says she knows her sister-in-law's nature well. Meanwhile, inside the womb, our MC's chilling, thinking, Mom's not getting bullied like I expected. These people actually feel kind of warm. Definitely a better vibe than the cold-hearted Luo clan. Then boom, the old couple, Grandpa and Grandma Jang, arrive. They say they brought a distinguished guest. And not just anyone, Sage Meow from the Palace of Creation Sage. And bro, the fetus almost drops his spiritual pacifier because this sage is gorgeous. Before he can even process, his system suddenly reactivates and drops a new mission, late blooming greatness. He quickly realizes it triggers whenever he meets a strong being, and he's like, all right, bet, Sage Meow's my golden ticket. If I show off now, maybe the clan will start respecting Mom more. So the mom bows, respectfully asking Sage Meow for help. And inside, our unborn MC's hyping himself up like, time to flex the archaic sacred body. Sage Meow tells everyone to wait outside, says she'll check the fetus alone, and assures the mom she won't use spiritual energy since the baby's weak. That word alone makes the MC smirk. Weak? Say that again when you meet the archaic sacred body, lady. The moment she places her hand on Mom's wrist, her calm expression vanishes. She feels a terrifying, ancient aura, something straight from the primordial chaos itself. Mom freaks out a little, asking what's wrong, and the sage asks if the child was really diagnosed as having no spiritual roots. Mom nods, saying that's what the Luo clan's healers claimed. The sage scoffs. We'll see about that. Then she channels her power to look deeper. Inside, the fetus senses she's not impressed yet, so he cranks the dial to max. Boom. Full power archaic sacred body online. The sage widens her eyes, whispering, this little one still refuses to give up. She straight up admires his fighting spirit and says if she hadn't come by chance today, the world would have lost a once-in-a-million genius. Mom's frozen. She knows nobody here has any clue what her child really is. Then Sage Meow pulls out her treasure, a divine relic that reveals the truth of all things, and uses it to shine light on the fetus. Outside, the clan's losing their minds thinking it ended too fast and that the kid didn't make it. But Sage Meow steps out cool as ever and tells them to relax. Then she drops the bomb. The child isn't weak. He possesses talent beyond comprehension. Everyone's jaws hit the floor. She says it's her fortune to have witnessed this herself. Grandpa stands there dazed like, wait, my grandson? The one who was talentless? Sage Meow laughs and calls the Luo clan's healers a bunch of clueless amateurs. Then she raises her relic again, and boom, a grand vision unfolds. 9 golden dragons pulling a giant bronze coffin soar across the sky. The clan just stands there staring, awestruck, speechless. Sage Meow explains, each of those dragons alone could crush your entire clan with one finger. And as they gaze deeper into the vision, they see a young man inside the coffin. One who looks exactly like the child's mother. That's when it hits her. This is the birth of an archaic sacred body. A future heavenly emperor. The grandparents break into tears, shouting that the heavens have blessed their clan. Mom looks down at her belly, smiling proudly, whispering, "You've brought me honor, my child." Then Sage Meow turns to her. "I'll take your son as my disciple. He'll join the Palace of Eternal Creation. I'll personally raise him into an existence the world will tremble before." Meanwhile, our unborn MC is chillin' inside the womb thinking, Palace of Creation, huh? That's a first-rate sect, way above what my system asked for. His mom, Jiang Qixin, bows deeply, accepting the offer. In her mind, she whispers to her child, "Do you wish to become her disciple?" And Sage Meow, watching this mother, just smiles, thinking how lucky she was to show a bit of pity and come here today. Otherwise, she'd have missed a monster of a prodigy. Then boom, our boy's system flickers to life. Then it announces, mission complete, join a third-rate sect or higher. Bro's practically doing backflips in his head. Palace of Creation isn't just third-rate, it's peak-tier heaven stuff. He waits, grinning, for his reward. And the system delivers, the art of the heaven-devouring demon. Even the fetus goes, yo, what? That's one of the most broken cultivation arts in existence. The system explains, it's a method that devours spiritual energy straight from heaven and earth, forms a natural cultivation vortex, heals you, and just keeps growing stronger. And our boy doesn't waste a second. Right there, inside the womb, he starts cultivating. Golden energy bursts out, swirling across the hall like a divine hurricane. His mom gasps. The entire Jang clan just stares, jaws unhinged. Elder brother Jang's like, ain't no way my nephew's cultivating before even being born. The old man starts crying tears of joy, shouting that heaven itself has blessed the Jang clan. Meanwhile, Sage Meow's standing there with a smug little smile thinking, with a disciple like this, no one will ever dare call my lineage weak again. Let the immortal tournament come. 100 years from now, we're sweeping the floor. Then she announces, a new disciple deserves a gift. I'll grant him a treasure. Inside, our MC smirks. With my sacred body and this heaven-devouring art, That treasure's gonna bow to me instantly. He channels his spiritual will, and the treasure zooms straight into his mother's womb, merging with him. Everyone freezes. Sage Meow's like, wait, what? How can an unborn child make a treasure acknowledge him? But it doesn't stop there. MC mentally commands the treasure to evolve. Boom. It transforms from an ordinary relic into an innate spirit treasure. The hall shakes. The light flashes. The Jang clan collectively forgets how to breathe. Sage Meow stares, dumbfounded. She had planned to help the kid merge with the treasure later. But this fetus? He not only subdued it, he upgraded it. She exhales slowly, realizing this monster child is now carrying an innate spirit treasure, meaning no normal cultivator in existence could even scratch him. Then she declares, when he reaches the cave heaven realm, I'll return personally to guide him to the sect. He'll see the vast world of cultivation with his own eyes. 3 days pass, and of course peace never lasts. A squad of armored soldiers from the Great Xia Divine Dynasty bursts into the Jiang clan's hall, yelling for whoever's in charge to come out. Mom instantly realizes what's up. They must have heard she and her son got booted from the Luo clan, and now they're here to cancel her engagement. Inside, the fetus just sighs. Classic plotline, here we go again. Then smirks, vowing that this dynasty's gonna regret this move the day he's born. Their leader steps forward, General Wu Qi, and addresses elder brother Jang. He says they're here to formally annul the marriage agreement. Elder bro loses it. You people begged for this alliance, and now you show up disrespecting us in our own hall. Wu Qi smirks, replying, the world knows Jiang Qixin was cast out from the Luo clan. Her son's a waste with no talent. How could the mighty Great Xia dynasty ever tie its princess to your pathetic branch family? Inside the womb, our MC just chuckles darkly. Deficient root, huh? Keep talking, General. Soon you'll be on your knees, begging me to take that princess off your hands. Wu Qi continues running his mouth, saying their emperor was merciful to send him. Otherwise, the Jiang clan would be kneeling before the imperial palace. Elder Bro's rage boils over. You dare insult my nephew under my roof? He raises his spiritual aura, ready to attack, but Wu Qi just scoffs and lunges first, aiming a strike straight toward the mother's belly. A massive spiritual hand bursts from the void, catching the general's attack like swatting a fly. The man stumbles back, eyes wide, yelling for the elders. And oh boy, the elders arrive. 2 wrinkled fossils, and mocking the Jang family's grandfather. One even dares to offer to train him. General Wu Qi bows low, proudly introducing them. These are court elders, cultivators of the Great Xia dynasty. Inside the womb, baby Jiang Wang just observes. These 2 old ghosts? Not weak, not at all. Then Uncle Jang can't hold back. He explodes, calling them disgraceful, accusing their dynasty of crawling into bed with filthy traitors. One elder narrows his eyes. You? Speak? Then, boom, his hand shoots forward. He's sent flying, but manages to catch his nephew mid-air. And that's when the second elder grins, a cold, rotten smile, and slashes his sword straight toward the pregnant mother. Inside the womb, Jiang Wang's system flares to life. Fatal threat detected. Emergency mission, protect mother. The fetus trembles, not from fear, but fury. Attacking a pregnant woman, you've officially reached the bottom of hell. He activates the heaven-devouring demon art. The air twists. A black vortex opens, sucking the elders' attacks into nothingness. Their eyes go wide. Our power, it's gone. Grandfather looks around, confused. Who did that? But the old monsters don't wait to find out. They lunge again, blue ghostly hands rushing forward like a storm. Jiang Wang answers with something divine, his innate spirit treasure. Blue fire erupts, swallowing the hall in a chilling roar. The temperature drops, the flames dance, and the elders' arrogance dies on their faces. An innate spirit treasure from a tiny clan like the Jang? They demand, show yourself. Then, ding, the system chimes. Mission complete. Survived a life and death crisis. Reward. 9 turn. Great mysterious rebirth pill. Jiang Wang smirks. Good, let's finish this. Far away, Sage Meow senses it. The activation of her disciple's treasure. She opens her eyes, sighing. 3 days? And he's already used it? She focuses her mind, and a spiritual projection of her descends right above the Jang family hall. Her voice booms, who's the blind fool attacking my disciple? She appears, ethereal, beautiful, furious. This child is the head disciple of the Palace of Eternal Creation. Who gave you the courage to harm him? Inside the womb, Jiang Wang blinks. So Master left a failsafe. One elder scoffs. Projection or not? You think we'll believe that? He attacks. Bad move. The sage blocks it effortlessly, her power flooding the hall. Jiang Wang chuckles inwardly. An ancient emperor challenging a sage? Someone's suicidal. The elders freeze. One of them stammers, Sage, may we know your name? Our dynasty wishes to... She cuts him off. A fourth-rate emperor like you isn't worthy of my name. And right then, Grandfather Jiang releases the spirit crane left by the sage. It screeches, dives, and crashes into one of the elders, sending him spinning into the ground, blood spraying. General Wu Qi just stares, trembling. A mere trace of divine will crushed an ancient emperor? Now he gets it. The boy they mocked as a mortal root was actually chosen by the palace of eternal creation. The wounded elder gasps, "General, retreat!" Wu Qi hesitates, pale. Impossible. The Luo clan. Those idiots have doomed us all. Grandfather steps forward, bowing to the sage's projection. Please, sage, spare them. Let them live, so they can see what kind of miracle my grandson will become. The sage smiles faintly. Very well. Tell your dynasty. The marriage contract between the Jang family and the Great Xia is annulled. Jiang Wang relaxes. Master's helping me, huh? But Sage Meow suddenly frowns. No. On second thought, it's not their right to annul anything. She flicks her hand. Power blasts through the room, sending soldiers tumbling. My disciple, she declares, is the one rejecting their princess. She throws a glowing scroll at them. Here, the annulment you wanted. Her voice sharpens. Now leave, and don't forget to return the engagement gifts, or I'll come collect them myself. Wu Qi bows deeply, shaking. Understood. Grandpa stepped up, all dignified, and laid out the family's heartfelt thanks. The sage, cool as ever, waved them off. Don't get it twisted. I accepted Jiang Wang as my disciple, so your family's fate is now tied to mine. But if you think I personally swung the spirit crane, cute, but no, that credit belongs to my disciple. All the resources the Jang family could muster, handed to the little fetus who, inside the womb, felt touched and thought, okay, yeah, this is my real master. Grandpa got it immediately, giving the room the classic nod of understanding and politely telling everyone else to scram so he could have a private chat with the sage. Once alone, Grandpa leaned in like a man about to discover the family lottery numbers, asking about his grandson's physique. The sage dropped the bomb. The boy had the legendary Archaic Sacred Body. Grandpa's jaw on the floor, eyes wide. Wait, what? That kind of shock. She admitted she had no idea why the kid could control the treasure before birth. And since the little one had already started cultivating, no one had a clue just how insane his power would be at birth. Grandpa basically did a happy dance in his mind and shouted to the heavens, yep, we've been blessed. Big time. Sage gave the usual caution speech. You know, resources matter. Lay a foundation or this kid's power might implode. Grandpa, now fully motivated, vowed that the entire Zhang clan would throw everything they had at building a solid base for baby Jiang Wang. Auntie chimed in, the rise of the Zhang clan is coming, baby, while Uncle gritted his teeth and muttered, Luo clan, you're going to eat regret for breakfast. Meanwhile, the fetus was busy thinking like a tiny kung fu strategist, realizing this world ran on strength. One finger lift from his stunning master, and everyone else was shaking in their boots. He decided then and there he wouldn't just win from the starting line, he'd win from the womb itself. Next up, the family went to pay respects to the Jiang ancestor, who'd apparently heard all the gossip. He acknowledged the child's insane body, but also noted the massive resource requirements. And of course, he casually decided to dump all his personal resources on the fetus. Mom tried to argue. Half the clan's wealth is tied up in your cultivation, sir. This is extreme. But the ancestor? Nah. Decision's final. He even tossed in Sage Meow's gifts, and Mom had to thank him on behalf of the tiny one. System popped in with a new mission. Cultivate non-stop for a month and impress the ant store reward? The supreme celestial grandeur. Jiang Wang, still in the womb, internally high-fived himself. The system explained this wasn't some toddler-level power. This grandeur belonged to ancient gods and came with a unique divine ability. With his new to wise, the heaven-devouring demon technique and a mountain of resources, baby Jiang Wang figured, why not? Let S hit the spirit manifestation realm. Fast forward a month. Grandpa, bored out of his mind, decides to check on the prodigy. Full month of guarding, zero progress tracking, classic. He finally peaks and, holy, his grandsons hit the peak of the spirit manifestation realm in a month. Grandpa's brain melted. Fetus Jiang Wang smirking. Yeah, did that 3 days ago, Grandpa. You just catching up now? Mission complete. System rewards drop. The supreme grandeur manifests as a spiritual skeleton. Naturally, baby Jiang Wang thinks, let's flex a little more. He taps into the grandeur mid-fusion and pushes past to the venerable realm. Purple energy pops off, looking like a cosmic laser show. Grandpa panics. Wait, too fast. This will ruin his foundation. Mom feels the aura, eyes wide. Breakthrough? Clean. Effortless. And guess what? The divine ability from the grandeur? Time manipulation. Yep, the fetus is now basically a womb-based Time Lord. He slows time, giving himself a head start on even higher realms before birth. Grandpa's jaw permanently dropped. He laughs like a man who just found out he owns the universe, screaming again, "Heaven has blessed the Jang family." A few months later, Jiang Qixin went into labor, and the Jang family was pacing like a bunch of caffeinated squirrels outside the delivery room. 3 long hours ticked by, the midwife barking encouragement like it was a drill sergeant competition. Then, in the very instant of his birth, baby Jiang Wang's system blared out the announcement, "Innate, ancient, immortal realm achieved." Outside, the sky tore open with celestial phenomena. Figures from across the lands descended like they'd RSVP'd to the birth of a demigod. People gawked, whispering, "How does a true immortal, an ordinary one supposedly, cause all this?" And someone, trying to look wise, scolded them, "Old news, fools! This isn't any ordinary immortal. The child rejected by the great Jia dynasty, accepted by a sage from the palace of eternal creation while still in the womb. That's not rumor, that's history being written live." And then, as if the universe wasn't dramatic enough, the emperor of the great Jia dynasty himself showed up, golden aura flaring, thinking, "Too many fireworks, too much chaos." And the phenomena didn't stop. Golden lotus of the bitter sea, a jaw-dropping sight. In the sky, bright stars bursting into view? Check. Then, the emperor froze, recognizing the yin-yang life and death diagram, a vision unseen for 1,000 years. But Jiang Wang wasn't done. Oh no, he took all 5 phenomena, mashed them into one, and dropped the ultimate cosmic mic. The immortal king descended from the 9 heavens. Ancestor of the Jang clan, tears streaming, standing proud like a dad at a graduation ceremony, shouted, "My grandson carries the bearing of a future great emperor." The emperor of the Jia dynasty, meanwhile, paled. "Why wasn't this kid born in my dynasty?" he muttered. "Marriage rearrangements? Nope. Too humiliating." Back on Earth, Mom held him, whispering, "You're my pride, my joy." The onlookers murmured, "The Luo clan must be tasting regret in full bite right now." But the emperor had already reached a grim conclusion. This prodigy needs to be eliminated before he grows into a threat. Fast forward 5 years. Jiang Wang, now a tiny but terrifying child, sits in deep meditation. Time slows at his command, even as he has already peaked in the ancient king realm. But he's restless, frustrated. Progress feels too slow. Servants, bless their hearts, barge in, all enthusiasm, all immortal fruit in hand. He scowls. "Do you not see I'm meditating here?" Rising from meditation, he greets his ancestor, who beams, noting, "You've already hit the peak of the ancient king realm. Soon, I'll barely keep up with you." Jiang Wang bows humbly, but internally he's thinking, "I've been stuck at this bottleneck for over a month." See, here's the real deal. A year ago, his system assigned him a mission to enter a secret realm, but kill orders from both the Great Jia dynasty and the Luo clan kept him grounded. And to top it off, something evil was hiding in the Jang clan itself. While tracing its sinister aura one day, he ended up in the back mountain and discovered a terrifying entity, not even close to a match yet. He found a demon suppression array, but even it was cracking. With internal danger and outside assassination threats, he knew hiding was no longer an option. Time to leave, level up fast. Back to the ancestor conversation. Jiang Wang tells him about the back mountain. Ancestor nods. "Yes, I sensed it too. Seal's stable. For now." But before more could be said, a clan member bursts in with urgent news. A sage's secret realm just appeared in the Eastern Sea. Jia dynasty and Luo clan are already squaring off to control it. Ancestor calls a clan meeting immediately. Jiang Wang, 5 years old and already confident, insists he's going. Ancestor reluctantly agrees. At the meeting, elders fuss and frown. "Too dangerous," they say. "Enemies have set a trap. Buy him a break the ancient pill instead." Uncle nods along. Jiang Wang interrupts. "Zero patience. I hear you, but hiding behind the clan won't make me stronger. I've peaked, yes, but never fought a real deathmatch. My master's treasure? Even an ancient emperor would struggle to touch me. Let me temper myself outside." Uncle sighs. "We didn't have dangers like this at 5. Ancestor, silently impressed, thinks, "This kid has earned the right to choose." Reluctantly, permission is granted, with a warning. Xi and Luo geniuses are already in the secret realm. Traps, ambushes, ancient emperors, everything set. Jiang Wang, unfazed. Just an ancient emperor? What's there to be afraid of? Ancestor laughs, loud and full of pride. That's the spirit of the Jang clan's son. Permission granted. Jiang Wang thanks him, doesn't waste a second, and sets off. Mother watches, heart tight, praying her little genius comes back alive. Jiang Wang arrived at the entrance of the secret realm and immediately noticed how alive the place was. He walked up to a cultivator, polite but curious, and asked if this was really the ancient sage's secret realm. The cultivator scowled at first, annoyed at being interrupted, but then spotted Jiang Wang's fine clothing, caught a whiff of that young master from a great clan vibe, and changed his tone. "Yes, this is it," he replied, though grudgingly. Jiang Wang, acting humble, claimed he was from a modest sect. Then, he asked about all the kids and teens everywhere. The cultivator's face twisted bitterly. The big powers like the Great Ji dynasty and the Luo clan monopolize this realm. Only those under 18 get entry. They're grooming their own future champions. Jiang Wang's eyes narrowed. So, this was where his enemies were hiding their young geniuses. Perfect. Just then, the great Xia divine dynasty made its entrance, led by Grand Princess Xia Mengqian. And wow, she didn't just arrive, she floated in, radiating beauty that stunned everyone around. One attendant tried to butter her up while subtly belittling the competition, but the princess cut him off with quiet authority. She wasn't about to underestimate anyone, especially two rivals she specifically named, the mysterious son of the young Luo clan leader and the Jang clan's Chilean-born prodigy. She shook her head, regretting her dynasty's lost opportunity for a powerful ally. The attendant muttered blame at the despicable General Wu Qi, but the princess waved him off. "Learn from your mistakes," she said. Both attendants nodded, chastened. Jiang Wang watched from afar, quietly noting her poise, none of the arrogance of the general who had insulted his family. Then, the Luo clan arrived. Majestic carriage, lightning crackling around them, dramatic enough to make any mortal faint. Jiang Wang smirked. "Good. I was wondering if they'd even show up." An elder introduced their candidate, Luo Dong, to Princess Xia. Luo Dong bowed, trying to look impressive, but the princess ignored him completely. Instead, she addressed the female elder beside him, suggesting a joint effort to open the secret realm. Luo Dong flushed red with embarrassment and rage. All the clan elders worked together to open the gate, and the juniors were ordered inside immediately. Jiang Wang's mind raced. Finally, time to make the Luo clan pay. As he strode toward the gate, the female Luo elder, Wan Qiu, noticed him. Her eyes widened. The resemblance to his mother? Impossible to ignore. The Jang clan's prodigy. Inside the secret realm, Jiang Wang encountered spiritual beasts, made entirely of pure spiritual energy. They were dangerous, but he quickly realized they were irrelevant. He remained cautious, aware that both the Luo clan and the Xia dynasty were surely watching, likely planning an ambush outside. He had to use this opportunity to break through. His current strength would not suffice. Suddenly, the system announced the completion of the Locate the Ancient Sage's Secret Realm mission. Reward? 100 years of cultivation. Instantly, Jiang Wang's eyes gleamed. He sat down to absorb the massive influx, golden energy pillar shooting into the sky like a beacon, attracting every curious junior cultivator in the secret realm. Onlookers approached, wide-eyed, expecting a treasure to appear. But what they saw instead? A terrifying celestial thunder tribulation crackling, roaring, compressing a nine-fold thunderstorm into a single strike. A rare, almost mythical celestial phenomenon. Luo Dong saw an opportunity. "This is my chance to impress Princess Xia Mengqian," he thought, hatching a plan to seize the so-called treasure. But the princess, wise and calm, frowned. "Careful, this tribulation is unpredictable." Luo Dong persisted, thinking, "She must notice me. She will be mine." Meanwhile, at the heart of the storm, Jiang Wang stood unflinching. Lightning struck him hard. He scowled, scoffed at its weakness, and activated the heaven-devouring demon art, swallowing the tribulation's energy. Then came the armored lightning warrior, manifesting from the storm itself. Jiang Wang parried each strike with effortless precision and rushed forward. The warrior's fury boiled over, unleashing a massive lightning attack. Jiang Wang countered with the Jang clan's strongest sword techniques and delivered the final, crushing blow. Everyone watching from afar was utterly baffled. What kind of being could survive a thunderstorm of this magnitude? And then, the impossible, a human figure stood at the center of the chaos. Princess Xia Mengqian's eyes widened in awe. Someone is undergoing a tribulation to become an ancient emperor under 18 in this secret realm. Meanwhile, the tribulation escalated, threatening to tear the secret realm apart. Onlookers scrambled, panic written all over their faces. Luo Dong, ever opportunistic, used the moment to shield Princess Xia Mengxian from the shockwave. She glanced at him, surprised, then nodded in gratitude. After the storm subsided, the mysterious figure vanished. Everyone watching assumed he had failed, body and soul obliterated. A hushed fear rippled through the crowd. Meanwhile, Luo Dong, burning with frustration, tried again to persuade Princess Xia Mengxian to team up with him. The princess, ever polite, shook her head. "I already have a team," she said, voice edged with sarcasm. "And your strength? Too much for my humble group." Luo Dong's face twisted red with fury. Rejection? From her? Impossible. He swore silently. Xia Mengxian would be his. No one would refuse him. Meanwhile, Jiang Wang, sitting calmly nearby, thinking. Better search for new martial arts, he mused. Using his clan's techniques here would give him away immediately. The princess approached, graceful, catching his attention. Jiang Wang's eyes widened. Xia dynasty, yes, but she hadn't recognized him. He flashed an innocent, boyish grin and played the part, praising her beauty with all the charm of a mischievous child. She pinched his cheek, amused, complimenting his courage. Jiang Wang launched his story, tragic, sad, and perfectly timed. The princess, pitying him, invited him to join her team. He accepted with feigned delight. Meanwhile, Luo Dong seethed. That brat, Jiang Wang, had already ruined his plans with the princess. A short while later, chaos arrived in the form of a wolf. Jiang Wang caught it with ease. The princess blinked, amazed by his raw strength. He smirked inwardly. Just holding back, he thought. And yes, Luo Dong was still following. Finally, Luo Dong appeared, dark and dramatic. Luo Dong laughed maniacally, boasting about wanting her and her exquisite nine-yan body. Intriguing, Jiang Wang's curiosity piqued. Later, by the campfire, Jiang Wang continued the act. Timid, scared, leaning on big sister Xia for comfort. She teased him. Scared? The little monster who tears apart spiritual beasts? He insisted, complimented her, and then asked with mock seriousness if she had a Dao companion. No, she said sadly. Jiang Wang feigned shock. No suitors? A princess like you? She explained the men who approached always had ulterior motives. And then the secret. The nine-yan body, highly prized for dual cultivation. Evil sects sought women like her as living vessels. Jiang Wang clenched a fist, pretending to boil with righteous anger. I'll protect you. The princess smiled at the childish jealousy. Rest now, she said, settling by the fire. But Jiang Wang felt it. Luo Dong, lurking nearby. Annoyed by the constant surveillance, he rose. Time to deal with that animal. The princess followed, worried, gently scolding him for being reckless. He apologized, polite as ever. Then, boom, Luo Dong appeared, jealousy practically radiating off him. Looking for death? He bellowed. Jiang Wang turned slowly, cool as ice. I've been waiting for you. Luo Dong struck, furious. The princess intervened, standing between them. What is your intention? She demanded. He laughed, sinister, tossing the ancient trapping pearl. Both were trapped. Rage flared in the princess. Threats flew, release them, or face the dynasty's wrath. Luo Dong just smiled, mocking. She tried to activate the dynasty's rescue seal, but it shattered, powerless. Luo Dong gloated. My ancestor refined this pearl. All below ancient emperor, sealed. Resistance, futile. The princess whispered a plan to Jiang Wang. He would escape, summon reinforcements, and save the day. But Luo Dong's gaze turned to Jiang Wang. So, you're that abandoned child from 5 years ago? Jiang Wang, calm, clarified. First, I'm no one from the Luo clan. I am Jiang Wang. Second, do you really think you've won? Luo Dong laughed, mocking the boy's bravado, swearing to take his life for the clan. The princess, struggling inside the pearl, spat curses. Hopeless, she tried to sacrifice herself to distract him, but Jiang Wang waved her off. Rest, I've got this. He rose, golden aura flaring, power surging, leaving Luo Dong stunned. Still using spiritual energy while trapped? Luo Dong couldn't comprehend it. Jiang Wang scoffed. Broken bead, he said, flicking the pearl. The confinement shattered instantly. He appeared before Luo Dong in a heartbeat. A single tap to the forehead, and Luo Dong's spiritual energy evaporated. Bones shattered. He crumpled to the ground, utterly defeated. The princess is frozen, eyes wide, as Luo Dong collapses like a popped balloon, screaming that what's happening is impossible. Jiang Wang stands over him and asks, You happy now? Satisfied with the power of the abandoned kid from the Luo clan? Luo Dong crawls, begging, promising he'll tell nobody. Jiang Wang snorts. You think I'm afraid of the Luo clan? Cute. He leans down, cold smile on, and says he'll visit their gate personally one day. For now, he'll just collect some interest. He plants a golden core of energy in Luodong's body. The boy screams, "What did you do to me?" Jiang Wang replies like a teacher grading a mess, "I'm not bloodthirsty. Mom taught me mercy." He gives Luodong a chance. Run to your ancestor, get this core removed within the time it takes 3 incense sticks to burn, and maybe you live. Fail, and don't expect me to be polite. Princess Xia Mengqian gasps, "Releasing him will bring disaster on you and your clan." Jiang Wang shrugs. "That little thief won't get far." Luodong bolts, rage-fueled, screaming revenge, promising to crush the Jang family bone by bone. Jiang Wang coolly begins to count down from 3, like he's timing a pop. At 1, Luodong detonates in the distance. Boom, gone. Jiang Wang turns, gives the princess a grin that's half playful, half deadly. About mercy, I rarely listen to my mother anyway. They walk toward the crater together. Jiang Wang plays humble, downplaying the whole divine child flex. The princess asks the quiet question everyone's dying to know. "You caused that thunder tribulation, didn't you?" He shrugs, almost bored. "Yeah, didn't expect a simple tribulation to explode into peak ancient emperor level. Heaven gets jealous of talent sometimes." She stares, awed. He looks like an ancient god on a lunch break. She scolds herself for thinking it. Jiang Wang notices the silence and teases, "You upset?" Then switching to his little act, he admits he kept her close as bait to draw out Luodong. She's not mad, she's relieved. "You removed a hidden threat," she says. Jiang Wang breathes. Later, around the campfire, Princess Xia Mengqian replays the rumors. The Chilean-born son of the Jang clan being a reincarnated emperor. And now those rumors feel less like gossip and more like prophecy. She admires him. Talent, wit, charm. Hard to compare in his generation. Jiang Wang snaps out of it, back to the kid act. He asks, "So who's lucky enough to marry big sister Xia someday?" She's flustered and half annoys, half amused. Then she gets serious. "You don't see what you're up against," she warns. Luodong is direct line. His ancestors won't let this slide. The Jia and Luo set a trap outside this realm. Jiang Wang waves it off like a fly. One palm and Luo Wang Q folds. Easy. She raises an eyebrow, not buying it. She presses him. What if the full might of the Luo clan falls on him? He listens. She reaches into her satchel and pulls out a family treasure, a concealment relic from her father, and offers it. "It hides your aura. Take it. You helped me. The great Xia may not hate you forever." Jiang Wang accepts it, smooth. "Personal debt acknowledged," he says. "But don't confuse that with loyalty to your dynasty. I hold 0 goodwill for them." He promises to make General Wu Qi pay for insulting his mother and screwing his clan. Princess Xia Mengqian surprises him. "What if we hand Wu Qi to you?" She asks. Yo, that's where this chaos wraps up. If you want more dumb but peak content, hit that sub button and drop a comment before you forget, like your ex did. Aight, peace out.